Everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's Worimi, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, yes, still in the bedroom. Hubby's taken the day off work today. He'll be back at work tomorrow. So, entertainment only. What I want to have a quick look at in this particular reading. Oh gosh, where do I start? Very quickly, as the blurb on the main page. The YouTube have changed the word community to posts. So if under any video you click on Maighstir Tarot, it'll take you to the main page, and it's home videos, playlists, which are not up to date, and posts, and there might be something else there as well. The posts are what was the community page. I put up a couple of fabulous videos over the weekend if you just need some time out. So what I want to have a look at, I also mentioned in that section, I did the reading last week on the ICC, the International Criminal Court, got Queen of Swords quite prominently, and I was like, who is that? Well, it turns out the head of the ICC is a female. Boy, oh boy, does she have a prosecution history, and originates from Japan. So that's interesting, since I keep picking up Japan and France in being key players and things. Now, what I want to have a look at, first of all, for the federal workers, oh goodness me, please, 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 if you think you're going to get a payout, it's not coming. They can't fire you. I know it's going to be really difficult. It's easy for me on the other side of the world talking into a computer to say this, but the Felon Muskrat's history with Twitter was that when he took over, he sent the employees that he wanted to get rid of if you leave now, we'll keep paying you for a while and you'll get benefits for forever and a day, blah, 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 blah. So they resigned, got nothing. And because they resigned, they didn't have a leg to stand on in retaliation, trying to get what was promised to them. So please, 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 and I'm so cross at the bigwigs in the government departments that yes, they were under pressure, and then they stepped down and stood aside. It's me. You get paid the big money, or you did get paid the big money, to look after the citizens of the United States. If that all said F off and go away and then closed ranks, then we would be in a completely different place at the moment. So I'm cranky with them. Okay, the big news that came out over the weekend was the tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. 25%, I believe, on Canada and Mexico, except for fossil fuel, which is 10%. This is on top of charges that are already there, and I believe they did 10% on China as well. I am just going to say that tariffs like this in trade do not work. A few years ago, China got a bit cranky at Australia. I can't remember what we did. I think it was because our Prime Minister voiced, disapproval of the fact that the Wuhan laboratory investigation had been foiled, or whatever it was. So China decides to throw some massive tariffs on Australia. Yes, it was really difficult to start with, but what happened is Australia then, so it was lobsters, wine, beef, there may have been something else as well, soya beans, I think it might have been. We just found other markets. Some companies might have gone to weren't able to pivot. But a lot of the players just went, oh, geez, okay, where else can we sell our product? And sold it elsewhere in the world, to Europe, to India, and other countries like that. So tariffs do not work. And what's happened is recently China's come back with sort of cap in hand going, oh, we're going to remove the tariffs now, because life carried on without them. And they were the ones that suffered because the goods were no longer going into China. Now, the Wall Street Journal has come out and said it's the dumbest Great, dumbest idea in trade war. Oh, the dumbest trade war in history. The Wall Street Journal have come out. That was on my news over here. I don't know whether you can see that in the US. And the Peterson Institute of International Economy has said it's the biggest own goal that Trump or Felon 45 has done. Tariffs do not work. What will happen is you'll find Canada will trade direct with Mexico. They will find other markets to buy from or to sell to. I mean, they can still buy from the US. They're not. They're not paying. Canada's not paying extra yet to buy from the US. It's just the US are paying extra for buying from Canada. It's just insane. Anyhow, that's a big enough waffle from me there. I just want to say Denise Knight, Knight from Denise Knight Divination. Fabulous advice. She said, please, please, please write. Don't just call. Write your local reps, both the House, the state, House, Senate, both federal and state. Just copy the letter and send it to all of them. And also to write to state or Congress members that are actually standing up for your rights. Because, first of all, those that are standing up need to hear the support and know that they are supported. And those that are kowtowing need to know that the people that voted for them really pissed off. So please, please, please write. If there's nothing else you can do, write. If you have a little bit of extra money, perhaps a small donation to is it the Democracy Docket, the Mark Elias, or something similar. Just do what you can, but most importantly, as well, is form community groups and support each other, which is most important. Bulk buy your groceries direct from farmers or whatever you can do. Makes a huge difference to be able to bulk buy. Might mean you don't get specifically what you want, but then you'll get a similar array of food for the same sort of money. So please, 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 just really plug into your communities. Okay, get off my little hobby horse here. And what am I going to have a read on? I want to have a look at. Suppose I split the deck. The devil is going to find himself under investigation and is going to be stopped. People are seeing things from a different point of view, and I feel that it is going to be stopped. I don't know how. I can only read the energies. Sometimes I get visions. Interesting that apparently one of my lovely viewers wrote me and said Marianne from Revealing Light and Sterling from Sterling. I remember the whole thing. If you look up Sterling Psychic, you'll find them. Are now both saying health of something significant in March and something in May as well, which I've been picking up for a while. But the problem is that every day feels like a week and every week feels like a year. It's just absolutely nuts. So I want to have a look at, okay, Queen of Cups fell out. So some female figure who is emotionally stable, diplomatic, good negotiator. We've got the Five of Coins, which is those that are left out in the cold. And then we've got legal action. And then we have my Leon Muskrat card. So there are leaders that are going to stand up for those that are most disadvantaged and bring legal action against this dude, because it's all about protecting the families. It doesn't matter what your makeup of your family is, whether it's you and 3 fur babies and then the sword of truth as I split the deck, whether it's you and 3 fur babies or whether it's a blended family or whether it's same gender family, 3 generations under one roof or whatever your family is. There's no such thing as a normal nuclear families. Doesn't exist and it's never existed. Goodness me, that was a fantasy and a myth. Okay, I want to have a look. Actually, what I want, this one's popped out again. Things are really eye-opening, seen from a different point of view, and going to be stopped as with the Nine of Wands. Boundaries are being set up. Um, I'm going to first of all have a look at Russell Vought, Vought. Oh, the wheel is turning from what is to something else, quite what it's going to turn to. Anyhow, oh, interestingly enough, here's my secret discussions going on in the corner of the pub card. It's the Nine of Cups. It's also my Be Careful What You Wish For card. The wheel is turning. I want to have a look at Russell Vought very quickly. Now, he has been nominated for the Office of Management and Budget. This is the architect of Project 2025. He is anti-immigration. He wants to outlaw medical abortion. He wants to outlaw transgender and DEI. He wants to stop social program funding. And he's just a nasty piece of work. So he's been nominated for the Office of Management and Budget. It doesn't sound like a major office, but it's the one that oversees the proposed federal budget. Now, you guys have got a federal budget coming up. Remember, Mikey Johnson keeps kicking the can down the road? Yeah, there's a budget coming up. Now, he's the guy that writes the budget. Let's have a look. How are things going to go for Russell Vought? Again, using the runic tarot. Bit of a dark deck. I'll see if I can get some better light on the cards for you. Russell Vought, what do we need to know? Russell Vought, what do we need to know? Russell Vought. Oh, it's warm in here. Might have to put the fan on shortly. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, you want to stop there. Come on down. Now, I've moved my mouse mat to really brighten this up, because that's where my light sensor is. Let's see where we go. Okay. Russell Vought, nominated for the Office of Management and Budget. New beginnings. Our cup is full. So the current energy, new partnerships, new start. Challenged by the Four of Swords. A demise of some sort. Okay. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is about an ending of a cycle and planting the seeds for something really good going forward. These aren't necessarily dark cards. So what we've got in the past, the manipulation, well, we know who that is, the rabbit out of the hat. Look what this hand is doing while that hand does that. His energy, the corruption that really couldn't give a rat's backside about humanity itself. Absolute disregard. Emotionally couldn't care less. Could care less. I can never remember which way that goes. Yeah, absolute disregard for humanity. That's him. Right, but is he actually going to get the nomination? Because the challenge is being forced to retreat and then the arrow being shot. It's Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Wands, even though it looks like Pentacles. This is about planting something amazing going forward, end of a cycle. Okay. Knight of Cups, the false knight coming forward, making an offer. This is the immediate future. I'd say this is his nomination hearing. However, externally, Sword of Truth. So that's two aces so far. Sword of Truth, Sword of Reality, Sword of cutting through. But let's see where this goes, because it can also be the Sword of Strategy. internally, a decision needs to be made. This is Congress. Congress needs to decide. The Senate, I believe. Hopes and fears, the wheel of fortune. Karma coming and biting them on the bum. The wheel turning. We've got a restoration to balance or temperance in the face of this abuse of power. And then the Ten of Cups, another ending. The celebration. A celebration coming together, but I'm always disconcerted by this card because of Dear Leader sitting up the end there. Let's see where it goes. Deals being done behind the scenes to protect families. And then you've got this Queen of Swords wielding her sword and the Queen of Cups. I don't know that he's going to get in. I don't know that he's going to get the nomination, the nod from Congress. I think this, because of this abuse of power, it's sort of like an overstepping. And there is some deals being done across, I think, across the aisle to keep him out. Okay. She'll ask that question. I'll just do a 3, 2, 1. Russell Vought. Is he going to... Is Russell Vought going to get the position of office management and budget? I don't know when his hearing is. I should probably look that up. Actually, I might just do that. Oh, government, deals across the aisle being done, the negotiator, the diplomat, the Seven of Wands, bringing down the wrath and being stopped. Okay, I'll just pop those there. I shall just pause you for a second and have a look. Okay, I can't find a date for that. What I can see is that the nomination passed through the, sorry, I'm reading here, Senate committee hearing, 11-0. It appears like a unanimous vote, except that what happened is that the Democrats on the Senate Budget Committee didn't vote at all. So it was basically the Republicans that voted him through. It was just the Republicans. So the Democrats didn't. I wish the Democrats had actually voted and made a stance on that. But so now it goes to the Senate. And Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer reportedly heard that half a dozen Democratic governors were all begging the Minority Leader to persuade Senate Democrats to block whatever they could. So I believe that hasn't gone to the Senate yet. So I am just going to have a quick ask. Gosh. So we've got the Emperor here up against the King of Cups. And we know who the Emperor is, the my way or the highway aggressiveness. And the King of Cups, I suspect, is probably Chuck Schumer at the moment. But let's have a look. Will Russell Voigt's nomination go through the Senate? Show me what's going to happen with Russell Voigt in the Senate. So many things I want to look at today. Russell Voigt in the Senate. Russell Voigt in the Senate. Show me. Come on down. Let's have a look. I think these cards might get a workout. Right, Queen of Pentacles. This is my card for Homeland Security and Protection. He might have a Homeland Security issue there, or women might cross the aisle to protect. Here's the government, the Senate making the decision, the Hierophant. Here's this card again in the same position, the Ten of Wands. The ending of a cycle and the seeds being planted for something new. In the past, we've got the Eight of Cups. the crusty old dragon chewing on the dead wood in the foreground, while you've got the nimble squirrel taking off with one of the cups in the past. So this isn't done yet. Volatile information being brought forward with the Knight of Wands. The immediate future, Three of Swords, betrayal, heartbreak, loss, despair, just about to have the head chopped off. Is he going to be? Well, he's looking at all the trophies on the wall, but he's looking over his shoulder, almost like he's expecting these swords to land in them. He's not sure of his position, is what I'm getting there. Even though it's gone through the committee confirmation, he's not sure of his position externally, internally. Judgment. A collective awakening, a call to arms, a judgment moment. Eight of Wands, information being brought forward fairly quickly. Who's that? The Nine of Pentacles. Again, a female figure. She's got the snow owl on her shoulder. Now, for those that know about the snow owl, Laurie from The Way of Positive Change, who's been off for a couple of weeks because apparently her sinus migraines have been absolutely hideous, poor thing, had the dream about the snow owl. Oh, and I didn't put it on my posts page. Both Harris and Biden spoke to the DNC convention over the weekend. Track them down and check them out. They're only short videos, but goodness me, they ain't finished yet. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the independent women making a stand. The Eight of Pentacles, work going on behind the scenes, skilled work going on behind the scenes. And we've got the Five of Wands, defiance. Defiance, and then the Ace of Wands. I don't think he's going to get it. This Ace of Wands, just flaming information coming forward. But this is almost like a do not pass this point totem. On the foundation, we've got the boundaries holding with the Nine of Wands. We've got the hidden agenda being revealed. And we've got the wrath being brought down upon those that are not expecting it. And then we've got the Hanged Man being stopped. I don't think he's going to get through. I do think, sadly, RFK Jr. is, but I don't think Russell Vought is going to, given those cards of today and the energies of today. Okay, I'll leave that one there. I do apologise for the volume of videos. Just pace yourself, pick and choose. You are under no obligation whatsoever to watch all of them. Okay, I'll talk to you shortly. Bye-bye.